everybody, Ginger Gargoyle here. Oh boy, part 3. Okay, now I got going on these and I totally lost track of time and what I was doing. It is almost 4 a.m. on Tuesday, the 17th. Yeah, 17th. I have had to push this project off because my husband came back up, and as much as I love him, he doesn't like it when I stay up late. So, here's what I've got so far. Okay, I covered this. You can see that I turned it into an apron. Okay, I have to figure out how I'm going to do this because I want to glue this down. But I'm going to have to figure out some way of putting some foam tape up underneath in order to pop this out so it stays nice and curved without getting flattened out. Okay, but that I won't do on air. This, you can see, I have not covered the back on. That's because this gets attached to this. Actually, I'm not using this side. I'm using this side. Okay, so when this gets attached, it will look like this. Isn't that pretty? At least I think it's pretty. I thought about doing it this way, but then I thought, no, I'll go this way because that's the way all the stripes are inside. If I decide to use them, after looking at the amount of paper, I think I might just leave it as paper sheets on the inside of this. And then this is the back. Okay. Now, I found that this is 7 1/8 wide by 8 tall. Okay. So it's 8 from here to here, but it's only 7 1/8 from there to here. So I have a little bit of an overhang. I'll take care of that later. First thing we need to do is talk about how to do the punching. Now, what I did when I punched all the papers was, I was able to do it in stacks of 10. Okay. So this punch went through 10 sheets at one time, plus through the cardboard piece that I was using because they gave me an extra piece of cardboard. And so what I did was I stacked up my 10 sheets, made sure that they were all lined up, okay, put them in, and then punched where they already had the holes. And I will show you how I did that. Okay, you can see that there's the punch. I didn't go like this because that would be too hard to try to match up. What I did was I went through and I held it this way and I held it tight. I went through and I put the poker part through the hole and then pressed through all the sheets. And that seemed to work just fine. So it was the cardboard and then the sheets, and then I actually did the punching on top of this sheet, on top of the page protector. Okay, but that way I was able to get all my sheets done, and I know that they all will fit nice. And I will show you how I did these. Now this is the back cover. All right, I think this will be the outside, and this likely will be the inside, but we will see. So what I do is I go this way and I poke it in the hole so I know it's in there, and then I punch it, and you can see that the metal guide is underneath. Okay. So it's that simple to do. All right. Now I will either go back and trim this part off here because I accidentally cut it at 3/16, or I'll just leave it and let it wear down with time. Now for the apron, this was a lot trickier than I thought that it was going to be. I wound up, let me use this side. I wound up putting well, first off, I wound up having to piecemeal my background because I only have one sheet. This particular paper is a Cricut, from Cricut. It is paper. I have a double-sided tape on. With this one, I glued down, and it wound up puckering pretty bad, but it warped a little bit. But the rest, I used double-sided tape. I'm hoping it'll last. And then I had to match it up a little bit. All right, so there is some pencil work, and I can go back in with my eraser and take that little bit off. But otherwise, what I did was I did it this way on the back of the sheet of paper, and I drew out the inside. I lined up the bottom and the sides for the bottom and the sides, okay, and I drew it out, and each one was a little bit over the edge, okay. Didn't realize that until I glued it on. So this one has actually got a second join here on the side, which I wound up covering up. Look at that. And so that's barely visible right here, all right, because this is the side that was holed. This is the side that got cut and grafted in, okay. And then I measured out this bottom. I used a 4-inch square at first, and I was going to try to ruffle it, but I couldn't get my ruffle right. So I figured as long as I got that bowing there, I will tape down the sides of the skirt and then figure out a little bit of words, they're hard today. It's 4 in the morning. A little bit of I was going to say spongy tape, foam tape. I'm going to put a little bit of foam tape in here, probably some foam dots to help hold this up. And then so I cut this down to fit this a little bit. And then this was 1.5 inches by 1.5 inch square. All right. And then I took a piece of strip that I had left over from the other parts that I did, and I double-sided taped that and wrapped that around. And then with these, I took another scrap strap. Do I have them? I don't think I do. I don't think I have one handy. From when I cut out those pages, this is the extra 1/2 inch. Okay. And what I did was I measured it back to the back side. And then the original thought was I would tape it, cut it down the center, and then do it. But what wound up happening was I cut it off a little bit. This side was way thinner than this side, and I liked the look of this side better. So I just cut it down real short at the shoulders. I may have to put some glue in there to hold those in place. Because like I said, they are really, really short. Okay, I didn't mean to cut them that short, but it turned out they had to be that short. Otherwise, it wouldn't have fit. All right, and so those are the straps of the apron. Ta-da! And this will get glued directly down to this. Actually, I will likely double-side tape it. Okay. And yeah, if I had had a full sheet, this would have just been nice, easy, and then cut it out around it with an X-Acto knife, but I didn't have that option. So, that's it, guys. And I'm going to declare this one done. Like I said, I did the dividers, and now I'm deciding not to do the dividers. I'm just going to make it into a book. Okay, guys, that's it. Da-da-da! All right, now, this episode's holiday song, because I forgot to do it last time, is, and it's been on my mind, Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. I prefer the version by Donnie and Marie Osmond, but you can find almost any of them, okay? And then another one is Sleigh Ride. I love the Sleigh Ride version from think of the name, Home Alone 1 or 2. I don't remember what. I think it's Home Alone 2. Okay, that version is an awesome version. There's also an orchestrated one that they had on the Time Life videos from long ago. That one's a really good one too. Okay, guys, that's it. This is done. I'm going to just put the things through and it's finished. Okay, I will talk to you later and I will let you know what the next project is. Bye-bye.